I'm Justine Smith with CrossCut Montreal, CUTV's weekly source for local film events and screenings. Highlighting a combination of cutting-edge contemporary cinema and rare or popular classics of the silver screen, each week we offer an alternative to the mainstream and showcase unique opportunities to check out new and exciting cinema. Let's have a look at what's playing for the week of June 29th. The Cinematheque will be playing one of Jan Zwankmeyer's most iconic films, Alice, which will be playing on the big screen on July 5th. Inspired by Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland, Zwankmeyer blends animation and live action to create a uniquely surreal vision of Wonderland, which will be sure to inspire and horrify. Zwankmeyer is unmatched in his manipulation of different raw materials to create his own cinematic vision. Alice, in particular, suggests a strange childlike innocence, which creates horror and melancholia without ever losing its sense of whimsy. This is probably the best adaptation of the famous children's book, and if you've never seen one of Zwankmeyer's films, this is an opportunity not to be missed. This is as good a chance as any to delve into the work of a filmmaker who has never allowed himself to be confined by a single idea of what cinema should be. Instead, he creates a bewildering and enchanted hybrid of different mediums and techniques to create something that is uniquely his. Opening film at the Image Plus Nation Film Festival in Montreal in 2005, Cinema du Parc will be playing Coldcock Oriente on June 29th. The film is a Peruvian-Colombian co-production directed by Javier Fuentes Leon and depicts an affair between a fisherman from a small village with a younger gay painter. Initially a film about the struggles of homosexuality and coming out, the film takes a supernatural turn in its second half, as one of the characters dies and becomes a ghost. The film was a popular hit at Sundance when it was released in 2010, and has been consistently praised for the strength of its humanity and the empathetic treatment of its characters' struggles. The film will be screening at Cinema du Parc in its original Spanish language with French subtitles. The much-anticipated new film from Benoit Jacot premiered in Montreal last week and will be playing at Quartier Latin. Depicting the relationship between Marie Antoinette and one of her readers, the film depicts the early days of the French Revolution. Though Jacot's film has been described as opulent, decadent, and lavish, Les Adieux à la Reine presents a socially detached vision of the French court. The film adopts the point of view of the downstairs maids as a means of telling the story, and the focus is on the relationship between classes in French society, suggesting an obvious psychological schism. The film humanizes both spheres through a common desire for fantasy, which is often exhibited through sensual desires. Not necessarily a name familiar among casual filmgoers, Benoit Jacot has established himself as one of the most important French filmmakers since the late 1980s. The film similarly stars Diane Kruger and Léa Seydoux, two actresses who have been establishing themselves on the international scene over the past few years, both notably appearing in Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds. For those of you who still haven't checked it out, David Cronenberg's new film has been playing in Montreal at numerous venues across the city. Cosmopolis, based on the novella by Don DeLillo, the film is a strange odyssey of contemporary life centered on a 28-year-old billionaire played by Robert Pattinson, on a day-long journey to get a haircut. This is the 20th feature-length film from Cronenberg, who has long established himself as one of the greatest living filmmakers. His work consistently obsessed with technology and its transformative effects on the human body. This is perhaps his most modern work, engaging with the issues of the 21st century like few filmmakers could. Episodic and frantic, though thematically consistent with Cronenberg's previous works, the film is a departure in particular from his films of the past few years, which have been characterized by visual and rhythmic restraint. Much anticipated since the release of its initial trailer, Cosmopolis has been one of the most waited-after films of 2012. The film will be playing at AMC and ex-centris. That's it for what's playing in Montreal this week. If you have any film events that are flying under the radar, or are interested in giving your thoughts on some of these films, don't hesitate to leave a comment, post a tweet, or make a video. And that's it for CrossCut Montreal for the week of June 22nd.